Hello again. Welcome back to the Latex Modified Concrete Working Group's weekly briefing on high-performance latex modified concrete. Thanks for joining us. I'm Pat Martins with Bridge Preservation and Inspection Services reporting for the working group. You are looking at a volumetric mixer, or it is also referred to as a mobile mixer. This is how latex modified concrete is batched and placed at the bridge site. For this week's video, we are actually out on site for a mobile mixer calibration as part of our continuation on pre-pour considerations for HPLMC overlays. The intention of this video is to give a general overview of the process. There are also numerous more detailed videos out online and instructional manuals that equipment manufacturers have for calibrating their particular mobile mixer. The volumetric mixer should arrive on site at least one day before the scheduled overlay pour to allow ample time to do the calibration and make sure there are no unexpected snags. If more than one mixer is used on the job, each volumetric will need to be calibrated. All mixers must be self-contained and of sufficient capacity to provide a continuous stream of product. Generally, a mixer capable of 6 cubic yards minimum is suggested. All the ingredients for the concrete will need to be on site, plus any support equipment to help in the transfer of materials, such as a loader to fill the aggregates into the bins of the mobile mixer, will need to be available for the calibration, as well as the pour itself. The volumetric mixer needs to meet certain standards. It must be equipped with proper metering devices for ticketing and registering of cement. The latex and water system must be on board and will have individual flow meters. The sand and stone will have individual gate controls for calibrating those aggregates separately. The unit will also need to be able to properly measure and control the flow of all ingredients and provide a printed ticket of concrete produced at the pour. The operator of the mobile mixer needs to supply certified scales for the calibration and also a stopwatch or other timing device, and containers to catch and measure quantities of material being dispensed during calibration. The first component calibrated is always the cement. All the other ingredients will be based off the time it takes for the mixer to deliver the one bag or 94 pounds of cement. The operator will have knowledge of what the mixer's specified operating revolutions per minute are to deliver the 94 pounds of cement. Calibration of the cement feeder at the mobile mixer's required revolutions shall be accomplished by determining the average time in seconds, counts, and weight to equal 94 pounds of cement over the course of 5 trial runs. The operator will start his timing device and the conveyor belt at the same time and then stop the time and the belt simultaneously once the required revolutions of the cement print reaches the targeted number per the truck. The bucket will be weighed and the counts, seconds, and weight, less the tare weight of the container, will be recorded on the DOT form or other supplied worksheets. This is repeated 4 more times and the average of the 5 trial runs is recorded. The cement running through the calibration is wasted at the site generally. After the time in seconds per bag are determined for the cement, that time is then used to determine the calibration for the rest of the ingredients. Calibration of latex is next. Using the indicated seconds from the cement calibration, the latex throttling valve at the mobile mixer's required revolutions is calibrated. The latex is dispensed into a clean container and weighed to verify it meets the 3.5 gallons per the number of seconds to produce the 94 pounds of cement. This is run twice to verify. The latex that is collected can be salvaged provided it has not been contaminated and then put back into the latex tank for reuse. The number of gallons of water per minute shall be verified by adjusting the flow at 1, 2, and 3 gallon settings and weighing the water out for each trial. Stockpiles of the fine and coarse aggregates should be on site 3 to 5 days prior to the pour to allow excess water to drain out. The stockpiles should be covered with plastic to protect them and help stabilize the moisture, especially the sand. In hot weather, the coarse aggregate may need to be cooled with a sprinkler. It will be necessary to run moisture contents on the sand and stone to figure out how much water is in the aggregates, which will be added to the allowable mix water for the concrete mix design. You don't want dry aggregates sucking the water out of the mix. Likewise, in very wet weather, the covered piles help keep the aggregates from taking in too much moisture, plus it aids in maintaining the appropriate water-cement ratio in the mix. The coarse and fine aggregates are each weighed out separately for calibration in a container at the end of the belt. Weigh out the needed amount of sand first and then the stone at 1.2 seconds per bag of cement, or 1/14 of a cubic yard, to meet the approved mix design weights with the moistures added in. Verify twice for each aggregate, with the sand being calibrated first. The gate settings for each are recorded. The aggregates will generally just be wasted at the calibration site. The calibration sheet is used to record all of the test runs done on the cement, latex, and aggregates. As each of these ingredients are calibrated, the information is recorded and the settings are locked in for the pour. That's a quick overview for you. As I mentioned earlier, you can go out online to see more details and specifics regarding the particular manufacturer of the mobile mixer you may be using. If you have a specific question on the calibration of a mobile mixer or would like more details on this process, you can also drop us a line at the working group's email address at lmcwg@bridgepreservation.net. Join us again next week as we're going to look at the mix design for LMC. As always, we hope you will continue to follow us on the Latex Modified Concrete Working Group's social media sites. Hey, let's continue to extend the life of our bridge decks by preserving them with HPLMC overlays. See you next time.